this is a fun conversation that I'm going to have with someone who's obviously into food, obviously is a family man, but also he does so much work in the background working for the civil service. So I'm going to introduce Abdullah Yemon. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Likewise. How are you today?
Yeah, very well. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Very silly question probably. Your name's spelled in a very different way. So I know your surname's spelled as Y-E-M-O-N. So it's like Yemon but with a Y.
It is. I don't know the reason why.
We were going to have to ask mom and dad.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to spell, so it's Y. It's not a Yemen, it's Yemon.
Okay, fine. So Yemon. Okay, fine. And I understand we're just going to straight go into it because obviously that's what we do on the show.
Sure.
So I understand you graduated from Kingston University and you studied computer science, is that right?
Computer science, indeed, yeah.
Why did you study computer science?
Honestly speaking, I just wanted to do something. At that time, I wasn't sure what to do, and I realized the IT industry is booming, and I wanted to make my mark into something to do with IT. So therefore, I chose to do computing.
Amazing. And what did you decide after graduating? Like, what kind of path did you go down?
So once I graduated, immediately got picked up by civil servant.
Amazing. So how did that happen?
I never worked in private sector. It was just an application I made through civil service fast streamer. And I got picked, and alhamdulillah, since then I never looked back.
Alhamdulillah.
And it's been an amazing career so far.
Of course. I mean, there are things I want to ask you about the civil service because I appreciate a lot of us who do want to join the civil service don't know how to join. I mean, sometimes it's the tests that we have to give or, the interviews. It's a very long process, of course. I know for each route as well, it's very different. So what route did you take?
I mean, I went through fast stream routes. That's quite a lengthy process. You go through a process which is basically a lot of tests, and you also have to go and do the job and get yourself experience, so that once you get the experience then you can move to different grades and different roles. However, there are another pathway that people can choose. They can apply through directly from civil service website, and I would say to people, choose a pathway that you like to do and you're interested in. And there are a lot of opportunities out there. So
definitely the civil service.
Civil service, yeah.
So when you did choose like the route that you want to go into the civil service, how did you decide at the time? Because you're young, you've just come out of university. How did you just decide? Okay, I want to go down the civil service route.
Because I was just looking, honestly, browsing out and just trying to figure out something to do. And my background is in computing, so initial thought would be to do something in computing.
Yeah.
However, when the opportunity came and I realized that I can make an impact on people's lives through the job, and therefore I applied, and alhamdulillah, it was an intense process, and I really enjoyed it because that gave me opportunity to learn about myself and my capabilities. So yeah, from there just journey began, and yeah.
And I mean, you're here now, sitting here with us, and I'm very grateful that you are on the show today. But I think what's more interesting is the work that you've done at the civil service. Now, obviously, you can't talk about everything because it's the civil service. But if you can tell me a bit more detail about what you've done so far.
So when I started my career, I worked at the passport office. I was doing the applications, reviewing the application for British citizenship application. So I've done that for 2 years. And then I moved on to asylum, and I did a lot of asylum interviews, and that was quite interesting, and I had an opportunity to go overseas to work for the Home Office.
Amazing. Whereabouts?
In Greek Island. And
lucky you.
Yeah, it was a 3 months intense experience where I was interviewing refugees, Syrian migrants, and I was helping the Greek authorities in their asylum application.
Oh, wow.
And that was a life-changing experience. I've seen the real crisis that people often we see on television, but when you're actually there facing the crisis, it's a totally different ballgame.
Definitely.
And I learned a lot about myself, and that's something I can always talk about. Looking back now, it was a great experience. So that was one of the highlights of my career. Came back to UK, then I've been promoted to various other departments. I've done a bit of extradition work.
I'm a big extradition fan. So I work in criminal defence. Everything extradition. I learned from my supervisor, and again, love it. Love it.
So that was quite intense. I've done some of the top cases. I can't say what I've done, but
it's fine.
It was quite a high-level work. Then I moved on to Foreign Office. I've done some secondment work with international affairs.
Yeah.
And following that, I've done some project management, some other sensitive work I've done. And finally, I'm working for the government department where I oversee multi-billion pound programs and projects. And I advise them on the governance, reporting risk, and various elements of the program's life cycle of things. Yeah.
I did promise the guest that this would be a full-packed conversation. I'm not sure how full-packed because this is a lot of information. Now, when you're working in extradition or the other departments that you've mentioned, it doesn't sound much like you've done a lot of IT work. It's more like you've been
Not at all.
hands-on into maybe the law, policy, and all these other areas that you've covered. How do you manage to, learn so much?
Well, the civil service is an amazing place where
Yes.
there's a lot of options to develop yourself. Even though my background's in IT, I actually done a lot of course to enhance my capability and develop myself. So I did a lot of immigration courses, a lot of policy courses, and a lot of project management courses.
Yeah.
And the best thing about it, it's all free and you're getting paid to do a course.
Exactly.
So that was the amazing thing about it.
course.
And I've developed myself over the last 10 years to get to a position where I'm part of the senior management team. And alhamdulillah, making huge influence in
Alhamdulillah.
people's lives, and a lot of
Definitely.
policy works involved with it as well. So you can grow from anywhere. You don't have to do something that you don't enjoy. You can
Yeah.
always find different path in your career anytime. You just have
course.
to have the vision and aiming to do something.
Amazing.
Right,
And would it be right to say that your degree doesn't define what you do in the future?
Absolutely not. Often when we're young, we don't really know what we want to do.
No, we just go straight
Just
into
go into, and obviously my
education.
case was pretty much the same. I followed my sister.
Yes.
She's a software engineer.
Amazing, mashallah.
So I just wanted to follow her as a role model, and I went there and I really enjoyed it. But when I came out, I've got an opportunity and I loved what I was doing then.
Amazing.
And from there, I just built my career, and alhamdulillah, here I'm looking back 10 years. It's been a great experience and a lot
Alhamdulillah.
of achievements.
Yeah,
so far.
about achievements, there's more to this story of this gentleman. He's also in the food industry. And again, it is a full diversion of what you've done. Like you've worked in IT, you've worked in policy, you've worked in law. Now tell me why you decided to start Dine BD.
So just for everybody, I'm a founder and CEO of
Yes.
Dine BD. So it came out in 2020, just before COVID. I went to Bangladesh and I fell in love with the country. I grew up in the UK, but when I went to Bangladesh, I loved the simplicity of the people. And it just made me feel like I'm much more connected to the country. So it came from a responsibility of giving back something to my community, to my people.
Yeah.
So wanted to do something, and I was really struggling to find something to do. So food feels like common things.
Yeah, we all love food. Who doesn't love food?
So that felt like a safe bet, actually.
Yes.
And something doesn't conflict with my job. So something
So
pretty much
you really had to think out
I
of
had
the
to
box.
think out of my box to
Yeah.
do something not a conflict of interest. So therefore, food was pretty much a safe thing to do. So came back and I initiated a small project. So the initial plan was to do some work in food safety and hygiene. And I worked with the local authorities to kind of develop a strategy and policy how we can enhance the experience of diners. Because as a customer, you want to order from a place where you know that surely you're going to get good quality food.
Yes, definitely.
And that is something Bangladesh is lacking. So I've
Yeah.
done a project for 2 years, from 2020 to 2022. And that went really well. And then in 2022, end of it, I wanted to just expand my vision to do something different. That's when Dine BD idea came in.
Right.
And there are a lot of... in Bangladesh is growing.
Yes, the food industry is
Food industry is
booming
booming,
yeah.
and people are much outgoing now than
Oh
ever.
yeah, we love going to restaurants every day. Every day. Like when I order food in Bangladesh, I'm just like, it's fine, don't worry. It doesn't cost that much.
Yeah, and if you look at 50% of Bangladesh population is under 26,
Yes.
that's 87 million people.
There's a lot of people ordering
It's a lot
food.
of people, right? And these are young people. They love to experience life. They want to go out. So
Yes.
that's the idea came from there, is to give them a platform. So obviously we're not just saying for the children.
Yeah, it's for everyone.
It's for everybody,
Yes.
for the youngsters. It's for everybody. But the niche is there.
Yeah.
That market is there. And there are a lot of competitors out there in Bangladesh as
Yeah.
well. So we wanted to create a platform that actually serves everybody something. So we have 5 different services. Food delivery is our main one. We have table reservations, catering services like weddings and corporate events
wow.
and things like that. You can actually quote a price and bid for the best price that you get, and then you can actually book it with them. And that's an amazing system that actually
I'll be using that in the next few years.
nobody's addressing that market. It's
Yes.
an industry. The wedding industry is huge.
Huge. Oh,
And
definitely.
often people struggle to find right caterer.
Yes.
Through our platform, we have a quotation system. So whoever bids you the cheapest price, you can go for them. If you don't like it, you can move into the next one. So that system is pretty much new to Bangladesh. And then finally, homemade food.
Yes, which again, love homemade food.
And a lot of youngsters, they live outside the city.
Yes.
They're studying universities and they miss home food.
Home food.
So we want to give them the comfort of
And also
mothers.
we're lazy. We don't like cooking.
So just give everyone something.
That's amazing. And I mean, for someone who's living in the UK and obviously you've been brought up here, how do you just tap the market down in Bangladesh? Like, I mean, it's difficult, no? Trying to
It
understand.
is difficult, but I think often our past generations, they went to Bangladesh and they struggled because not researching the market, not
Yes.
knowing where to invest. So I took some time to research. So obviously that project took 5 years to establish. So I wanted to understand the local market. So once I had a good understanding of the local market, and obviously my background helps as a policymaker, I kind of created a platform. And I'm tracking from the UK online, but everything happening, I can give you reports. As of today, was doing what.
We love a good report.
And every single person's are working are tracked
Right.
through a system that I created, which gives me a performance tracker. I can look at the daily activities, and all these things can be managed from the UK through internet.
Amazing.
And-
Because I think I appreciate working in Bangladesh. Again, I don't mean any offense to anyone. It's not the best place sometimes in terms of like, you know, someone might go offline or someone might do something. And again, we can't track the progress from the UK. So the fact that you can do that is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at some of the big companies, they have lots of outlets all over
Yes,
the world.
of course.
So it's a system
Yes.
that actually delivers. Rather than people-oriented, I wanted to create a system so
Yes.
people are accountable to the system rather than the individuals. Because you could say my manager is knowing what I'm doing, but as a boss from the UK, I probably don't have the visibility of
No,
that.
of course.
So the system will put them to the accountable.
Amazing.
So-
And I understand you soft launched in January.
Indeed.
So what's it been like since then?
Alhamdulillah, it's been great. A lot of interest we're getting from the people. So far, we've onboarded 1,000 plus restaurants in
Alhamdulillah,
our
it's
platform.
amazing.
And we have about 700 riders who joined up already. And we're operating in Dhaka so far. So we
Yes.
are covering all the areas in Dhaka, 18 to 22 areas so far.
Areas.
And our plan is to expand to Gazipur, Sylhet, Chittagong, Cox's Bazar.
You need to come to Sylhet. I know when I
Yeah.
go to Sylhet, I only have home food, but sometimes I want to have outside food. So it'll be great to see you in
So
Sylhet.
that's one thing we're aiming. So we're launching in October, food delivery service.
Okay.
And Alhamdulillah, we'll be expanding to other cities across Bangladesh. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. And we're getting a lot of positivity from various people. And some of the top brands signed up with us. So one of the features, we have table reservation, which is very new to Bangladesh.
Yes, we
people.
don't like what people will do in Bangladesh. Now, I say it from my own experience because my friend's got a restaurant and someone called and they booked the table at 8:30. Tell me why that person showed up at 11 o'clock and it was closing time. And we're like, do you not check Google? So how would that work?
So we have obviously people can choose the time and
Yes.
preference whenever they want to go. And we can always amend the booking so customer can go and
Amazing.
change it before the actual timing of the booking.
Amazing.
And what happens is once you book through us, you are able to get a lot of discounts. So if you were to go to restaurants, you probably would pay for the normal price. But with us, you will get 30%, 40%, 20%, depending on the restaurants. We do the work with the restaurants. We work closely with them and
Amazing.
negotiate, and we get the price down for our customers.
Inshallah.
So-
I look forward to using the app because I love a good discount. Because when I go to Bangladesh, I don't have a lot of money. I take a lot from dad, so a discount would obviously
There's a lot of
be
amazing restaurants out there.
Of course, the foods. I mean, have you tried the food back home?
I've tried some of the best food.
Do you like the food better there or here?
Depends on what I'm eating, but I think honestly, Bangladeshi food are different taste because the weather can make an impact and
Yes,
the taste.
of course.
And I love the traditional Bangladeshi food, and I like to try them out whenever I go. So I get the best recommendations because
Of course.
I'm working in the sector, so I have lots
Amazing.
of insights and lots of knowledge about that. So yeah, I love the food in
Amazing.
Bangladesh.
And I mean, have you gone down to like obviously just go see what the work's been like with the riders? I appreciate like, you know, riders are probably on the lower part of the hierarchy, but what's it like for you being the founder working with them?
Honestly speaking, I take everybody very seriously,
Yes,
and I
of
give
course.
everyone same attention. Our head office in Banani. We're expanding other cities and other areas in.
Where in Bonani is the office? Because now I feel like I've seen the office.
It's in Owl Center. It's in heart of Banani. It's just in the.
I think I know where it is now. Okay, I can remember it. It's okay, fine.
So that's our head. We have lots of booths. We're opening all over the
Amazing.
cities where the riders can go and they can have a. So we're actually dedicating them different areas. So like Purandaka is the most complex place.
Yeah.
We have a booth there. We have a booth in Mirpur and everything.
Yes.
So riders can go there. They can have a break. They can get the support they need.
That's really nice because I think also what we lack for a lot of the riders is like a place where they can just rest maybe or just, you know, go there,
Yep.
chill for a bit,
So I'll
wait
tell
for
you
an
the most
order.
amazing thing. So obviously riders, money matters.
Yes.
They want to get paid on time. In Bangladesh, everything is in
Link.
cash.
Yes,
Everything in
in
cash.
cash,
People
yeah.
don't like cashless. So creating a system that provides facilities for cashless, it's quite difficult.
Yes.
So I worked with a lot of financial authorities in Bikash, our partners. They're
Yes.
working with us. They're providing the service. transaction service, as well as the couple of banks are working with us, Bangladesh Bank and some of the banks like Citibank and MTV banks are working with us. And we're actually working closely by taking the API and integrating them into our system. So from our system, we can pay the rider instantly. So once a delivery is made, the rider gets the money on the spot. And
Perfect.
they can cash out immediately. And that's what makes a big difference.
That's motivating me to apply now as a rider. I mean, maybe.
Second thing is our restaurants.
Yes.
They also like to get paid on time. They don't want to wait 10 days for the payments to come. So we are providing them the facility to get the money next day. So within 12 hours, they can get the money.
Well,
and that's the key
key
features that we are actually bringing, because the payment needs to be very fast. In Bangladesh, it takes many days, few days for the transactions to take place. Also, the refund systems that we have is on the spot. Our system makes the decision for the customers.
Okay, so we have to really convince you guys for the refund, because we all like a good refund. No, of course, that makes sense. But for someone who's looking to start a business in Bangladesh, whether it be in the food industry, whether it be, you know, in garments, because again, garments is very booming in Bangladesh. We all wear clothes made in Bangladesh. What would you advise someone trying to start in Bangladesh?
I would say to people, do your research, and like, you have to have a vision. You have to have a goal. You can work hard, but you may not achieve nothing. So you have to have a vision. You work hard with smartness. You have to be smart about what you do.
And what do you mean by smartness?
Because often you see people are working hard, but they're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
So you have to have a clear vision, and you have to know your market very well.
Okay.
Because places can be scary at times.
Yes.
And if you have a go at it and you stick to it, you can achieve anything. I think believe in yourself, believe in the process, and make sure you have a clear aim where you want to be. And if you can just continue to repeat that, you'll get to the point, you'll feel like you've achieved something.
Of course. And for someone who's maybe struggling with dealing with the culture, because of course the culture here in the UK is one type of culture, and then the working culture in Bangladesh is different. So how would you?
To be fair, I didn't find much gap, because the youngsters are very much.
They're very keen to work.
They're very keen to work. Yes. They know a lot of things. So most of my employees are pretty much young people, under 30s to 40s, and they're very bright, very talented, and very intellectual people. And I'm so glad I'm working with them, because my whole perception about Bangladesh has changed. Because there are bright people, they're very talented, they just need an opportunity.
I know.
So if you are someone from the UK, you want to do something in Bangladesh, get to know those people, and trust me, you can achieve a lot of things. Because they are much trained, they know about the international market, and they're very bright. And working with them makes life so much easier. So I would say to them, do your research and have a goal in mind, and work hard with smartness so that you can utilize your time wisely, and just believe in yourself and just believe in the process.
That's a beautiful message. Thank you so much for being on the show today. I know I could speak to you for a lot longer, talking about food, your time in the civil service, but again, that's all we have for today. But thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.